So I decided to take a walk, beautiful day, beautiful afternoon actually. And you wouldn't believe what I'm vlogging with. Today I felt like I needed to talk about, on this vlog, I want to talk about how loneliness lies to us sometimes. Take it from somebody who has drifted, away from his purpose. I can tell you that loneliness is not a joke. This camera is heavy. I hope it doesn't fall into the water. I'm on my walk today. Felt the need to take a walk, You won't believe what I'm vlogging on today. I've got my camera mounted on a tripod, and this is what I'm holding right now, making it look like a gimbal. Please buy me an Osmo Pocket, guys. Yo, back to the topic at hand. I want to vlog and talk about loneliness and how loneliness lies to us sometimes as individuals. Sometimes you're on your grind and you're just doing things for you, trying to make things happen for you. And over time you start feeling like, what is the point? Why am I doing all this? What am I doing it for? Meaning, you stop seeing meaning into what it is you love doing. Maybe you are going to work every day, grinding on that 9 to 5, because you have responsibilities, you have bills to pay and so on. Maybe you're running a small business. Maybe you're just on a passion that is not paying off. And then you ask yourself this question: what is the point? What is the point? Now, understanding loneliness and lack of purpose. Sometimes we feel alone, we feel lonely because we do not have a purpose in life. We do not have things to do that fills us as individuals, So maybe we go to work, we get paid, then we pay bills, and then we go to work some more, and then we get paid, and then we pay more bills, and our life becomes just that, living and paying bills, So sometimes as human beings, we start feeling lonely even if when there's other people around, because we feel we do not have a purpose, Our road all of a sudden becomes foggy. We cannot see 5 steps ahead, like what is happening in a distance. It's very important to understand that we as individuals, we were created to explore, find meaning in life, and just do things that we sometimes enjoy doing. Now, you could be at your work. Most of us are doing jobs we don't really like doing, and we have no choice because we have to live, we have to sustain our life. So with that said, if our life is all and just all about paying bills and sustaining life, we would never feel like we're living life. We'll definitely feel like we are existing. So it's very important to just sit there with your loneliness and try to understand where this loneliness is coming from, Loneliness is a big thing, especially in our time now. and I'm passionate to talk about it. I don't have much info on it, and I just did a quick research to have pointers that I wanted to share with you guys in this video. So now, it's very important, if I have to give you all a tip, it's very important to just sit with your loneliness and understand where it's coming from. This is what I want to say. Because if your loneliness doesn't come from you being mentally ill, like depressed, there is something you can do about it. Let's talk about that. When you start feeling the kind of loneliness that I'm talking about in this video, you know, it does not go away basically by ignoring it or by keeping busy. So it's very important then to face this loneliness, because you have to deal with it. Because if you bury yourself in your work and you just simply ignore it, assuming that it will go away, what happens is it affects you both mentally and physically. You will find that you lose focus, your energy dips, you're not energetic anymore, you don't have the love to do things and be social. You feel like isolating yourself is the way to go. And I'm here to tell you that is a no. That will not help your situation. Then what do you need to do? What can you do to overcome? Now, there is 4 ways to overcome it. Now, the first way is when you need to self-reflect. So what this means is you want to sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what are those things that I love doing that bring me so much happiness that I haven't done in a long time? Because you see, sometimes you start feeling lonely because you stopped doing things that you enjoy as a human being. You stopped doing things that make you basically. So when you stop to self-reflect on your life and how it has changed over the past few months or a year, that is one step, that is one way that you start to dealing with that loneliness that you feel deep within you. A second way you want to deal with it is you want to set micro goals, you know? You want to set micro goals of things that fulfills you, that makes you happy to accomplish. If you love reading and you haven't in a long time, set a micro goal of reading 1 page a day of a special book that you want to read, you know? I'm a Christian, I read the Bible, you know? This is my goal, to read the Bible every day, though it's not easy. But read a book, read something that you enjoy, you know? So if you are a content creator or a YouTuber, start creating pieces of content if that fills your cup, you know? And also, we're living in a world where we have so much social media, and it should make communicating and connecting with other individuals so easy, but yet a lot of us are so disassociated and not connected. So what am I getting at? Call up that old friend, join a meetup, you know, just find new people to talk to, you know. We humans were created with that need to feel like we belong to a community or to certain people. So relationships are very important. You want to also maintain that in your life. At this point, I'm like, let me put this camera down and you guys just get to enjoy the view. Look at all those nice those birds playing in the water. I don't know their name, don't ask me. Yes, so yes, tip number 3 was about, like I mentioned, it's important to reconnect with other people, because as human beings, we are social beings. And when we talk to other human beings, it makes us feel alive. It makes us feel like we're living. That's why there's therapists and they have jobs. People that go to therapy have their own testimonies, and they will tell you that they find that helpful, you know. So the fourth way to overcome loneliness is simply by learning something new. Take a class, man. Watch a documentary about animals, about nature, and learn something. Like, we human beings live for that. When you learn something new, you open new narrow pathways in your brain, and this helps to keep you alive. It gives you purpose. It gives your life so much meaning. So take up a skill, learn something, not even if it's not something that is going to be profitable for you, just do something, you know. It's not easy living in this era, you know, where the economy is so high and everything is on demand, and people feel like they have to be on their hustle and on their own. And also, it's like, I mean, I meet people nowadays and they're like, let's talk. And their mindset is, okay, let's talk. If it's money, let's talk. But if it has nothing to do with money, I really don't have time, you know? So, I mean, that's their mindset. But what I'm saying is that that's how loneliness creeps us into one's life. And that's how loneliness gets you, basically. Oh, that view is nice. That view is nice. And the sun is about to set. Should I continue with my walk? That's it, guys, for this video. Thank you so much for watching and taking this walk with me. There's other topics crippling our society that I want to talk about in near future vlogs. I don't know if I can have the time to. Okay, that's it for this vlog, guys. Thank you so much for taking a walk with me. I see you guys in my next video.